implement in my life as a result of this.
I'm going to repeat this one more time, simply. What, out of the 3 hours you've been debating, since you said you've accepted some level of light from someone, what is one thing that anyone has said that made you say, you know, I'm gonna implement that one thing in my life to make my situation better?
I don't know if it's a matter of implementing, but it's for me if I learned something that I didn't know previously, it's beneficial. A lot of people came on here and said things that I really had no understanding or awareness of. So I'm grateful to have learned something in that respect. Something that I'm going to take away from this is being able to hear people objectively and letting people say whatever it is that they have to say. My inner child. I can't always be, a hard exterior person. I think I want to be a little bit more malleable. That's what I've learned. That's what I'm
I have a lot of respect for that, and I thank you for that note. We're going to do two things. I'm going to read this comment, and then I'm going to introduce the saint. Classic Ruby, a female, writes, for real? Is she for real from Canada?
I am.
Because I don't know any chicks who think like her and behave like her. So your Canadians is selling you out, shorty. You better get you a plane ticket to these United States of America. I know a bunch of feminists in Los Angeles and San Francisco that'll support you. Anyways, we have the Lord on the call. Caleb Edgehill, how are you, Saint?
Peace to the saints. Peace to the saints.
Absolutely.
And Analicia, peace to you as well. Thank you for being on this call.
Peace and love.
I'm going to be brief. Don't want to take up too much time. I know that you have a good understanding of psychology, and I noticed that you talk a lot in terms of the system and there being systemic problems. My question comes from a psychological standpoint, and the question is determining your locus of control. Do you think that a internal locus of control is more powerful or an external one, like the environment?
I think that
locus of control is about internal versus external control, whether your environment controls your destiny or you control your environment. This is a perspective trained in birth, but can be overcame during a mature adulthood. It's your decision.
What's your name? My
name is Lord.Caleb.
Caleb. Okay. You know what? Let me adhere. Lord.Caleb. I think that it's really important for you as a man and you as an individual to try to see them working they work in tandem. And I'm gonna give you an example. You can have 2 children, and there have been studies. Let's say 2 twins. One was adopted into an affluent family with a lot of economic mobility, stability, social support, just a well-off family. And one can be raised in an extremely volatile situation and an extremely deprived and poverty-ridden situation. These are twins who are genetically, they're the same genetically.
Here in the classic example of 2 twins, one having external and one having internal control over their lives. Once again, I say the choice is yours. It can be overcame one step at a time. Peace.
Right. But their environments are so different that their outcomes are going to reflect their environments. So the genes, like I've said, the genes are the gun and the environment is the trigger. Could you have a gun without a trigger, and could you have a trigger without a gun? Can that exist in the same realm? That's my you can't. What is theory without practice? What is practice without theory? You can't have one without the other. I understand that for men especially, and people who really negate accountability and just say, you know what, it's you. It makes it a lot easier because you really don't have to take a dive into what's happening around you, and a lot of that is educating yourself. I'm not talking about formally in an institution. Educating yourself could mean reading. It's interacting with people who look
20
like you,
seconds more on this one. 20
are-
seconds more.
who don't look like you. It comes from having an understanding of your plight and someone else's plight, and seeing where there's a convergence and where there's an intersectionality and where your plights do connect. You can't have one without the other. You don't live in that world. So
Okay.
that's my answer.
I appreciate that. I hear what you're saying. Thank you for that. I'm gonna take that insight and build on that for my evolution and my story. Shout out to the Saints and the Sinner Nation. Shout out to Analicia, and you guys hold it down. Thank you for your time.
Peace and love, brother.
Yo, peace to all the saints and the sinners. Peace to everybody in Mingy Zingy. Be great at being you. It's a great time to be alive. It's currently 2021 USA. Keep your head up. Peace.